Today we're going to be checking on the GDevelop concepts, okay? So let's do here an exercise. Imagine this little character here, okay, wants to move, wants to jump and explore a new world. But today, in this particular class, we don't have computers. So we are going to build a game using our imagination. Paper and, well, in this particular case, a board and simple logic, okay? So we all are going to understand how everything is working. So let's imagine that we have three different squares here. 1, 2, and 3. And each one of these squares will be representing something particular, okay? So our first square, it's going to be our main menu, okay? Our second square here will be our level. And finally, every single game needs a game over screen, okay? Game over screen, right? So just like in GDevelop, each one of these squares represent a scene, a separate space where something different happens, okay? So let's take another concept here, the objects. This character here is an object. If we make a couple of coins, okay, those are objects too, okay? Objects, in a few words, are things that exist in a scene, in each one of the scenes, okay? So let's say that we want our character here to be in the level and we have one coin, okay? If we run our game, nothing will happen. Why is that? Because it's very important for us to make the rules, make the events, make the logic, okay? So let's make some simple logic here. What would happen if our character, okay, touch a coin? If our character touch a coin, we will have +1 point, right? But how is our character going to reach out to that coin? Well, this is actually very easy. If we're going to add another condition here, okay, this is 1, this is 2. So if the character, or the player in this particular case, okay, press the right arrow button, the character, okay, the character will be moving to the right, okay? So that is what we call conditions, okay, or rules. In GDevelop, games run using events, rules made of conditions, just like we saw here, and this is when something happens, okay? And the actions is what the game does in response to those conditions, okay? So let's simulate this, and I'm going to make something different here just to make the example here. We're going to erase our character. Remember that this character is blue, and we're going to represent it with this, okay? So if our character is here and the player press the right button, so the character will be moving little by little until it reaches the coin, okay? Once it takes the coin, once the character takes the coin, our points in our level will be not 0. We already took one coin. So now it's going to be 1, okay? That's how everything works here, okay? So we're going to imagine this, okay? We're going to try to find out and think about one particular condition that we're going to be able to apply to each one of our games, okay? So this is, just to say it somehow, how GDevelop works. Remember, scenes, conditions, and actions, what the game does, okay? So even without computers, we can understand how game works. Scenes and spaces. Objects, remember, are things that are inside of each one of these spaces or scenes. And the events are the rules that make everything interactive. once we go back to our digital tools, you'll see how easily all these ideas transfer into GDevelop. I really hope that you understand all this. I really hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for your attention. Bye bye.